Oh boy, do I have a treat for you guys. More of the same shit. Let's do a new run. Isaac on normal. That's my jam. Some people don't agree with it. But I don't care about your jam. I care about my jam because I freaking bought it at the store. Alright? I'm not buying your jam. Why would I buy jam for you? Unless I owed you a favor, in which case I would not pay it back with fucking jam. Well, Curse of Darkness sets the tone for my mood for this run. I am very dark. I'm in a dark place in life. Not really at all. Actually, things are really starting to happen for me in terms of the comedy side of things, which is neat. Very neat in my... I mean, you're owed an explanation, so... What if that was just where I left it? I was like, things are really starting to happen for me. So anyway, I just picked up Rainbow Baby, and now, like, stuff with this run is gonna be... yeah. Trading a red heart for a black heart is totally fine. By the way, when I said what if I did that, I meant that I'm gonna do that right now. I'll get back to it in a second, but first, I didn't mean to explode you, I was gonna bring you back around to the Tinted Rock. What a piece of shit. Oh well, we do what we can here. Yeah, I don't know, you know, some of you guys might be familiar with the Comedy Central show At Midnight, but they're currently having a casting campaign challenge to get people to be on it as panelists. Before I actually, like, say those things, I should probably explain what the show is for those who may not be aware. It is on At Midnight, being aptly titled. It is called At Midnight, and it is on Comedy Central. Hosted by Chris Hardwick. They find the funny... I believe the actual, like, on-demand description. They find the funny in all things internet and pop culture and whatnot. It's basically a game show that, where 3 comedians go on as contestants and compete for points, trying to be the best ones to make fun of stuff that happens on the internet. So, that's that thing. So yeah, they had a campaign, because usually they have established comedians on there, and that's how they've been doing it for a really long time. They've had, like, over 100 episodes. It's a relatively new show. It's not that new, though. I think it's been on a couple years. Yeah, then they're like, oh, you know what, let's get regular people on. So they're like, hey, send us your funny stuff, and you may be featured on the show. And so I was like, okay, so what I'm gonna do is make a rap about the show. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna make a rap about the show. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so the dirtiest and cheapest, easiest, like, lazy-ass way to guaranteed get noticed that could possibly happen, and it totally worked. As expected. Which is really nice, you know? When you do something, like, grimy and dirty like that, and it actually works out, that is the best feeling. Like, that's the same feeling I'm probably going to replicate when I sell out, and I cannot wait to sell out. Oh, that's going to be so great. All the money, and the lack of integrity is going to be so sexy to me. Oh, I get hard just thinking about it. Oh, god damn it. I traded Bomb Bag, a useless item, for Headless Baby, an even more useless item. They're probably about the same plane of uselessness, I would say. But, oh yeah, back to the thing. So yeah, I've actually been on that show. If you do watch it, you saw me. You may not know that you've seen me, but you saw me for like 10 seconds on the episode with Ari Shafir, Nick Swardson, and Rob Riggle, I believe was the third guy, where they first announced the hashtag PointsMe challenge. They're going to be like, oh, you listen. I wonder if I can... Yeah, you guys are freaking... whatever. Yeah, I don't remember the, like, exact announcement, but we've already had thousands of submissions to be on the thing, including this one from @SunburnedAlbino, in which case they played about 10 seconds of my rap, and that was me being on TV, and that was good feeling, man, gotta say. And then, yeah, after that stuff happened... So that happened, and I gained, like, 10 whole followers from that experience. Like, that was terrific. But, I mean, that's all you would expect. I mean, At Midnight's Twitter account has 354,000 followers. You would think, you know, that my Twitter handle was mentioned on the show briefly, as much as I would expect it to. You know, that show, I don't know how much that show gets viewed specifically, but it takes a lot of dedication to, like, just hear somebody's Twitter handle and then go actively search for it. Like, I wouldn't expect anybody to do that, especially since nobody knows who the hell I am. And they won't for quite a while. Probably, most likely. So yeah, so that stuff happened, and then, the show contacted me, and then they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna send you a casting application, and then, you know, after you jump through a dozen flaming hoops, we'll probably maybe have you on the show." And I was like, okay. So I put on my fire retardant suit and, you know, got ready, and I'm pretty much consistently going to be wearing it for the next couple of months just to make sure that I'm ready for all the challenges that they're going to throw at me, and they will probably, most likely, almost certainly, because they got to make sure that I'm apt for the show. They got to make sure that I'm ready for what's about to happen. I'll take it. Because I actually don't know how much health I currently have. But apparently I have at least one red heart, because I am not Whore Babylon. Not that I expected to be. Catacombs 1. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, you take Whore Babylon, you know, like, even before it's gonna work, because as insurance for when you hopefully trade more of your health away. And that is my goal. I think next run, I'm gonna try and focus, unless, like, the deal with the devil is really good, I'm gonna try to focus on angel runs. Fuck. Because angel rooms have their merit as well. It is a guarantee. If you have the D6, it's a guaranteed item no matter what, as long as you fight the angel by blowing it up. You were not supposed to go up that fast. This speed down, like, actually maybe cost me a heart. Oh, that is good. That's a good item. Oh, I'm so zenned out. I gotta be on the worst kind of mushrooms. Well, probably not worst. It's probably not the way to... Using this gives me a cube of meat. I could use one. One is fine. I'm not going to reroll the library in the hopes of turning it into a double item room, because in my experience the only really reliable way to do that is if you find a library that has 5 books in it, and that has happened to me one time, and I did manage to turn it into not books anymore. So, you know, guaranteed it is still possible. In related comedy news, though, like, I went to... today's Wednesday? It's technically Thursday, because it's like freaking 1 a.m. right now. But I went to a comedy club for, like, the second time in 8 months. Because the first time I went, it went well. But I don't know, it was just kind of like this huge ordeal, and it took up most of my night, and I was just tired. And then, like, I never really thought about it afterwards. It just wasn't a place that I was itching to go. Like, I wanted to try to make it, like, digitally... which I appear to be on the right track with, since, you know, I'm getting noticed by these kind of shows. But yeah, it's just that, like, the city space is not for me. And I'd much rather, like, do stand-up in my room in my pajamas, like, sitting down even, which completely defeats the entire name purpose. But, I'll take it, I'll do it. I'm not gonna start, like, a fucking vlog about it, but... like, that was, like, my original plan, like, when I made the channel Kevin Miller Music. And yeah, I say Kevin because I'm, you know, I was a child, I was, like, 14 when I invented that name, because somebody that isn't even in my life anymore was all like, oh, Kevin, and I was like, oh, that's cute, but, like, now I have no reason to honor their memory of me. Yeah, Kevin Miller Music being the channel that you are not watching right now. The other one that has, like, my music and comedy stuff on it. Which is where you can find, like, the entire version of the Midnight Rap, which you may or may not understand. It's probably not worth watching if you don't watch the show. Like, probably guaranteed not worth watching. Because, you know, it's pandering at its finest. The map is literally useless. I'm gonna reroll. Okay. Does BFF make a bigger... it doesn't seem like BFF is making a bigger creep trail. Maybe he, like, is barely, but... seems like kind of a waste. I'm probably gonna buy this battery. Because we might as well. Yeah, I went to the comedy... it's Helium Comedy Club in Portland, Oregon. Not Maine. since I live in Oregon, I never have to make that distinction to other people, but I don't know where you're watching this from, so. And yeah, it was the second time I've been there, and it's a really comfortable atmosphere. Like, it's nice, it's fine. It's kind of hard to get on stage, because, like, I went today, or, you know, that day, and, like, tried to, like, sign up and stuff. And I did sign up, but they didn't put me on, because there were freaking, like, 70 other comedians that were trying to get on, and they only let 48 of them on. Oh, they only had 48 comedians that day. But yeah, and it was a shame, though, because, like, the vast majority of them were awful. They were just so bad. Like, there's a story for each of them about how bad they were that were, like, most notable enough for me to friggin' even describe to you. The first person that went on for the open mic was a guy who called himself Fluke Nukem, which should be your first guess that this is somebody you do not want trying to entertain people. Fluke Nukem, the most outdated, it's such a outdated reference. Not only that, and it made sense because all of his jokes were so outdated. He was doing frickin' impressions, which for one, never happens anymore. You never see any stand-up comedian just doing, like, impressions and, like, inventing situations to do voices for it. That barely ever happens anymore. It's like, oh, this is my Jack Nicholson. Oh, this is Jack Nicholson in line at Walmart. Nobody fucking does that anymore. And I kind of miss it, you know. I miss it if it's good, but that was not good at all. Like, he was doing... I honestly could not even tell you what the frickin' premise of his, like, set was, because it made no sense to me. He was doing... I don't know, he was, like, looking for, like, an excuse to do a Joe Pesci impression and also Foghorn Leghorn for some stupid reason. It was like, okay, I need a circumstance because Joe Pesci and Foghorn Leghorn are the only voices I know how to do. So what I need to do is invent a situation for which it is okay for me to use both of those voices in tandem with each other. Like, not only are both of those voices outdated as hell, but they're even outdated in regard to each other. Joe Pesci and Foghorn Leghorn have served no, like, timely purpose. That's like me being like, oh my god, I gotta invent this situation where I can do a freaking Christopher Walken voice and Mickey Mouse. Oh my god, those two voices will work so well together. No, it was complete garbage. And he did not get a single laugh the entire time that he was on stage. Nobody even laughed uncomfortably. That's how fucking bad he was. Like, he couldn't even get pity laughs. He couldn't even get, oh my god, I wish I was at home jerking off laughs. It was so embarrassing. And, like, he just, like, at the end of his set, he's just like, okay, thank you. And then people were like, woo, he's done. He is finally done. Oh my god, and that was just the first guy, and I couldn't tell you that it went downhill from there. But it did not go uphill from there, because, like, the next, like, bunch of guys were all people, you know, that's how the Helium Comedy Club works, is that they get, like, you know, all the people who are, like, they make a note that it's their first time, and then, you know, you give them, it's fair to give them their shot. But some people, I don't understand how they could ever think that they would ever be good at comedy. I was hearing, some of the things I was hearing, I was like, why would you think that that's a joke? Why would you think anybody would react positively to what you just said? Because the guy right after him was a guy who was like this Indian guy, like, he was probably the same, like, heritage as, like, Aziz Ansari, but his name was Tamim, and that was all he wrote down. He was just like, oh, I'm gonna be known as Tamim because I'm a fucking rapper like Drake, and I don't need a last name. I was like, no, sorry, you're not that badass. You best put your freaking last name down. Unless his parents were, like, so ashamed, and they're like, oh, we don't want our name attached to this kid, no thanks. He can find his own. But yeah, he went on his first joke, I shit you not. He was like, alright, I'm about to do my 3-minute set, which is also what I say when I'm about to have sex with my girlfriend. Ha 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 ha. Originality at its finest, holy shit. 3 minutes, you know what that means? That guy finishes really early during sex. Oh my god, he's so original. Give him an award. He deserves all the comedy awards that exist in the world. In fact, let's make up some new ones just to give directly to him. He deserves a freaking Nobel Prize of Comedy. Holy shit, he was so good. Oh my god, he was so funny. And he was the most awkward Oh, that's pretty good. He was the most awkward dude. Like, it was like he was trying to be like a New Yorker, like, you know, I emigrated here from India like 5 years ago, and now I am accustomed to your cultures. But it did not work at all because, like, he was doing like this weird New York accent, and we're in frickin' Oregon. Where does that come into play? And it was just, I don't understand how some of these people think they're okay at things that they are not okay at. And all the whole time I was watching them thinking, oh my god, this club wishes that they put me on. And just to replace at least one of these people. How? I mean, obviously I don't know what they're missing, because how would they know who I am? But, yeah, it was just sad. It was a sad day. And then after that, there were a lot of sets that were like half good and half not. Like the first half would get like no laughs, and then maybe they'd bring it back around. They'd have like a couple, like maybe they had a couple like in the chamber that they thought were guaranteed. And I guess they were. But you know, you had your ace in the hole in case this new stuff you were trying out wasn't working out as well as you would have hoped. Which is smart to do, you know? Especially if you're trying to become like a regular at the place. I wonder what it would take to become a regular at the place. People say, you know, you got a network, which is annoying because every comedy club has, like, the one guy that's way too excited to be there and wants to meet everybody. And, like, just goes around the frickin' lounge and says hi to everyone, has a conversation. Hey, how are you? I would be better if you would frickin' lie in a bathtub and bleed out, please. That would be my idea of a good Sunday night for you. But they just don't ever shut up. And they're so obnoxious. Not that I would expect anything else from like a city where there's just a big smattering of different kinds of people. You know, there's gonna be, oh, I didn't even know there was a deal with the devil. Oh, yep, I wasted my reroll. I mean, I got a good item out of it still, but maybe a better one could have happened from the deal with the devil. Couldn't really tell you. I am never really too inclined to worry about boss rush. Apparently that was a double boss room. I honestly don't remember, like, the last 10 minutes of what I've been doing in this run. Because I've been so invested in the story, but, yeah, it was a sad day. It was a sad day because, you know, sometimes you go and try to sign up, and sometimes you just can't sign up. Because sometimes there's just too many people, and how would they know, you know, what they're missing out on? But that's okay. And not to completely, like, shit on the entire establishment. There were some good... I'm just gonna, like, use the tower card here, because it'll blow up some mushrooms. Like, there was some mildly good people. And, like, they let the noobs go, and then, like, some of the more people, I guess they were regulars, but, like, there's no way you've ever heard of any of them, would go on, and they get a bit more time. I definitely want to get to that level, because my set was gonna be pristine. I was gonna talk about vegans, and I was gonna talk about sexy Asian calendars, and nobody was gonna know what hit them. Ah, it's a sad day. A sad day for comedy that day, that is. And it sucks because I brought like two of my friends, like, oh, you guys want to see me perform? They're like, oh yeah, let's go drive for 45 minutes and then sign up at 5:30, and then wait for the signups to be posted at 7:30, find something to do for 2 hours. And then, yeah, oh, you didn't get in? Oh, well, this was a fucking waste of time. Yeah. Life, man. You're not gonna, you know, it's not gonna work out for you every time, but you do what you can. Holy shit. Lockdown, not my cup of tea. Puberty, not my cup of coffee. Paralysis, not my cup of Red Bull. Or Arizona. Maybe that's kind of redundant, because Arizona is tea. Or is it tea? It's like, you know, it's iced tea. Is iced tea tea? I don't understand. I don't know. Like, is vitamin water water? Probably. So I guess maybe that's the same concept there. Why did I do this? As I was walking to the chest, I was like, hey, don't open that chest. And then my thumbs were like, bitch, we could run things here. And then my mind had to, you know, it knew when it was outmatched. It knew when it was outsmarted by friggin' the things that it goddamn friggin' controls. So, good on it. I lost the battle. Hopefully it never happens again. Hopefully my thumbs relearn their place. Maybe if I whip them a few times or something. Remote detonator. All kinds of useless. I mean, with the ton of bombs that I have, it's probably pretty good. If I had no spacebar item, I would definitely take it, but unfortunately, I've got the D6. And the D6 is not pass-upable for most things. Possibly even anything. You know, I used to think that there were some items that maybe were worth getting rid of the D6 for, but now I really just don't. It just doesn't seem like there are. Like, what were they before? Like, Book of Revelations? Like, maybe? Except I don't even really like to use that, even though, like, I know what it does. I know it's good. It's just too simple for my taste, you know? It's not very bombastic. I think the most likely candidate for replacing the D6 for would be an item like Book of Belial. Is probably what you could make the best case for. And on PS4, Krampus's head, probably certainly, since it's still a 3-room charge. Which I love so much. Gotta say, there's no need to take the compass since I already have the mind. I'm gonna take this, though. Just on the off chance that I get another good trinket. And really, Liberty Cap's not the best, so I can get maybe 2 good trinkets out of it. Now that is something I'd like to see. Good hit. Gotta give it to you. Fine. Alright, but now... Oh, thank you. Never mind. Deal with the devil chances. No longer in jeopardy. That is a win. Team Me gets to do another victory lap around the pool. I don't know why I'm assuming that I was doing some kind of water sport, given the fact that I taught myself how to swim like a goddamn dog. It's doggy paddling, that's what it is, basically. I'm not gonna do no breaststrokes, or butterfly, or dolphin tail, or mermaid kick, or whatever the hell else stuff they got going on there. No. In high school, it was me and the 4-foot-tall Chinese kid that would stand in the shallow water because we did not know how to swim. Or at least we didn't know how to swim well enough to do what the PE teacher thought would be good exercise. We disagreed with him, all of us collectively. What was fun, though, was playing, not water polo, but water volleyball. Because that is, you know, because we would get on the side that was in the shallow end. And that would be, that would be fun, because they would, then it's just volleyball, and volleyball's something I'm actually good at. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, since we have BFF, we're gonna have little Gish. And save my reroll for something in here, perhaps. I have no guppy items, so I might be tempted to reroll one if I found it. I think Depths... No, Depths 1 is a good place. Or no, it's not. No, it is not. But I mean, I have to do it anyway. Okay, well, 4 Spirit Hearts is good. I guess what I meant to say is, like, if you want to get the best use out of Pandora's Box, you have to use it on Womb 1, or either the Cathedral or the Shale. But not the Chest or the Dark Room, because it only pays out with 1 cent on that. But I mean, you don't really get to control when you get Pandora's Box most of the time, unless you take it with you. Which I would not be willing to do, because I'd get rid of the D6. Anyway. Just kind of hanging out here, playing some Binding of Isaac at 1:19 a.m. over on the Oregon time zone. And we're just having a ball over here, me and everybody else that's here, which credits include myself and also I. As far as this Isaac run is going, which is something I've oddly not talked about pretty much the entire time, it's, you know, it's relatively strong. You know, we got Magic Mushroom, probably a bunch of other items that I missed in my glorious regaling of the failed night at the Comedy Club. I mean, it was a failure for them, not for me. I had to sit in the audience and watch it, so I guess it was kind of a waste of time, but... Yeah, you know, we've got BFF, we've got Ball of Bandages. We have a few familiars to take advantage of BFF with. Magic Mushroom, Pyro, which I never really think is that much of a plus, but we have it, so... I'm not a fan of you at all. Why is it... What's going on here? There we go. Seemed like they were moving faster than usual. And I ain't got stuff. What the shit? Oh, that's why! Oh, figures. I should know that. I have the sound effects turned completely off because that's the only way you can hear my voice. But yeah, when you kill all the enemies and the doors don't immediately open, expect the hands of Mom. I just had a momentary breach of knowledge there. Trust me, it won't happen again. And what do we have in here? I guess I'm kind of a fan of that, especially since we're rolling up on our shop. Gotta say it like a urban person. Rolling up on this. And I say urban because I also mean ghetto white people. Ooh, this could be nice. I think we'll use Perthrow to reroll the shop. And the D6 to reroll the item room. Ooh, what a waste of time. Oh, that is not a waste of time. Quad shot really does not show up as often as it used to. I've gotten quad shot maybe like 5 times in my Isaac Rebirth career, which has spanned probably like 200 mom kills at this point. Not to brag, because it's not really worth bragging about, it just means I have lots of time to go through normal mode with the D6 and pretty much just pick my run out of a freaking lineup. That is the word I was looking for. Alright, let us continue. There's pressure on me to fill the silences with, you know, hilarious chatter. But sometimes you just gotta let the game flow, let the music in, let your heart soar, let your toenails grow a little longer. That's bad news. There was no point in that. No, nor that, and nor that. Pills are really bad, gotta say. I think we'll save I Can See Forever for the next floor. Yeah, we're still firing pretty fast. Would have been nice to get a long-ass time ago. Thanks a ton. The game is an asshole. I mean, we've known that for years, haven't we? But it always just feels the need to prove itself. It's like, no, we get it. You know, not every time. You know what I'm saying? What's weird is I have the sound effects, like, muted, but I can still hear where they would be. So, like, either my brain is playing tricks on me, or mute doesn't actually mean mute in this game. Maybe it's just a vibration that's compensating for it. Because I can hear the vibration, and so that makes it play the sound in my head that I commonly associate with that vibration. Polaroid, thank you so much for your showing up in this. I'm gonna take Demon Baby, because we have BFF. I think it might be a totally just fine item. Now, I Can See Forever is technically worthless. But not, you know, I mean, you know, it does save us, like, a couple bombs. But we've also got Pyro, so... that benefit is dulled. But, you know, we did it anyway. And the alternative was the Emperor card, which I'm never really that much in a rush to skip floor rooms anyway. You know, you would think that if you got hit in the toe, it really wouldn't hurt that much. Not enough to take a full heart. Sucks that Magic Mushroom makes me so huge, but I really thought that I could dodge that. And I still think that I should have dodged it. I'm gonna write a letter to complain. Is that all that Envy pays out with now? Because that's got to be like the 8th time in a row that has been his gift of choice to me. Like a simple drawing of a middle finger would have sufficed. No. I'd rather save my keys for when I get to the inevitability of golden chests containing items, which would be on the chest. Thanks for the speed down pills, son. Yeah, I haven't been recording videos lately, not for any reason other than my own laziness, and also with lack of games to play at this point. Ooh! Well, these are bad. But it's good to get back into it, especially because I'm gonna need to be, like, on my toes when it comes to at midnight. I don't want to take that, so I'm going to re-roll it into the nail, which is basically thanks for the spirit heart. Thanks a ton. Maybe by the time I get back here, I'll have another re-roll for you. Actually, probably not. I might as well take this. Probably should have taken it a bit ago, before I took that damage. Alright, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to pay out with lots of cards that I need. / spirit hearts. Worthless trinket. Ooh, what are you? Oh, Vision. Great. I already had that. Tower card's gonna be... Oh, you blew up before I could blow you up. What an asshole. This floor's not done because I want to re-roll back. I will not be slighted and let them get away with it. No, sir, that is not how I handle business, and that is not how I let business handle me. Oh yeah, I am full of one-liners, and they are all great, and they are all worthy of being in movies. And, oh my god. Well, this is still going to be worth it, because I'm going to get, like, hard HP here. Or the bean! Thanks, bean. The one time judgment doesn't pay out with goddamn breakfast. Has to be the one time that I actually would enjoy it. Die quicker and painfuler. Are you serious that you're gonna make me fight this big room to get a reroll? Oh, why you gotta do me like that, man? Why you gotta play it like that? I don't understand. I really don't. I wish you'd spell it out for me. Don't know why you gotta play it like that. No, seriously, I don't know why you've got to play it like that. Why must you play it like that, homeboy? Have you ever tried to talk ghetto in a German accent? Finding out that it's kind of difficult. Also, where the hell are you? Come here, little baggage. Homeboy. That's like the only slang that I know. Homeboy. What else do they... Homie? Cousin? Even though you are not my cousin, I will call you cousin. Because we are like family, but not close family. 2 diamonds, thanks a ton. Homeboy, I was going to pop a cap in his ass. His snubble. But then he turned it around on me and I was like, bitch, oh no you didn't. Then he was like, motherfucker, I shall kill you. And then I was like, dead. And they're actually in heaven right now. That is where I'm telling the story from. This story. It's because I'm focused on, like, saying black people words. And, like, the German accent, which it's very hard to keep both of them up. Good item, gotta say. Thank you, Spirit of the Night. I think my favorite accent to do is French, just because I know that I have a really bad French accent, and I think it's hilarious, even though probably nobody else does. Alright, we are going to play at this fortune teller. Wait for it to pay out with many more spirit hearts. What do you want to do today, Mary and Reproduce? The magician card is going to prove itself very useless. I think I'm just over-exaggerating every nuance that the French accent has. That's why I liked in my Kingdom Hearts playthrough, every time I got to read Lumiere's lines. They were fun. Oh, the beast's hard! You see, the beast's rose, how it works is that, like, he must find true love before the last petal falls from the rose itself. And we're like, well, thank you, but could you possibly explain that in an accent that would be easier to understand? And he's like, no, I was born this way. Okay, Lady Gaga, it's fine. Maybe you could find we could find a translator. Cogsworth, how about you? Oh no, I could not do it. Not that he sounds like that, because he totally does not. But, I don't think he even has a German accent. I just think that when I see him, I'm like, he has a German accent. Cogsworth, that is. Please, master, please, control yourself. No, he's like old British. He just kind of... I just get the... I don't know, I just get the feeling that, like, he's gassed a bunch of Jews, I guess. It's just something about his face. Can't really explain it. Yeah, Demon Baby, you go to town. Alright. You know, we've got kind of a dangerous amount of health. Everything should be okay. Perhaps. I mean, that's what I said last run. And then ended up, like, dying 8 times to a double adversary room. Because I only had 1 heart. And, you know, just not quite the damage to make everything. I cannot believe that that actually hit me. Gosh damn it! What do you think's more... I use the term offensive very sarcastically here, but what do you think's more offensive? God, like, to people of religion who are all like that. Do you think, like, if I said, gosh fucking damn it, or if I said, god darn it? Because, you know, the first one is 2 swear words, but I am not taking the Lord's name in vain. The second one is much cleaner, but his name, vaineth, is what I take. So I just wonder, you know, what would they take more issue with? Like, how would they lean? Also, why the hell am I going this way? I don't know. It's a rhetorical question. Very open-ended. I expect your 5-page essays by noon tomorrow on the subject. Puberty pill, just what I need. as I slip ever closer to death on the cathedral. For some reason, like, oh, well, this pretty much guarantees that I make it to the chest. As long as I don't die before I get to the Isaac fight. I'm gonna save this rune, by the way, for when he does the beams of light, because those always hit me no matter where I try to stand. It's lame, it sucks. Oh god, I thought he put a bomb there because I thought I saw it flashing, so I had to get the hell out of there. No. GTFO, thank you. I want to see what's in here. In the second secret room. Perhaps an Eternal Heart. Nope. Great. You know, I said we were strong when we were on, like, the caves too, but we have not gotten any stronger since then. And we're not doing bad by any means. Really not top tier damage, though. Alright, but here we go. Oh yeah, charm him. It's gonna help a lot, because there's so many other targets he could try to attack. Nope, we're still not at Alga's rune territory. We are now. Out of my way. What happens now? Bandage Girl gets to do some damage. Yes, Bandage Girl, show me your stuff. That's good. That is good stuff. Thank you, I appreciate it. Let's go down. Now, I'm expecting there to not be bullshit like last time, where I rerolled 4 chests 3 times and got no good items. I think you're worth taking. I think the rest is worth rerolling. Taurus would have been great if we had gotten it on, like, a way earlier floor, because then it would be activating instantly, but it's not going to anymore, because... whatever. But, oh, you know... yeah. And Undefined is neat. I'm gonna hold off on that, though. Just for... never mind, because I'm actually gonna do it right now, because if it's gonna work, you gotta try it as soon as possible. That is exactly the route that I wanted. Thank you for the Spirit Hearts. It kind of sucks that there's no items in the Ayamera room, because every time I get it, get the Ayamera room, it's going to be the same now. But I guess it is going to be nice to replenish some health. Double shot actually doesn't do anything. God damn it. Which sucks, because like it's probably my favorite item in this game, double shot. Damn, those are all worth rerolling, and yet I have no reroll. Guillotine screwed me on the last run, so that can F off. I might as well take this. Not sure if it actually does anything. Pretty sure it doesn't. But you know, you take it anyway, just cause. It's not like it lowers anything. Alright, but if you're gonna do an undefined chest run, you're going to want to memorize the item drops that each floor, or that each room presents, because they will also be the same every time. Pretty fly, cool. Bad trip, not cool. So, what I've got to find is the rooms that are going to drop keys for me. And I gotta memorize where they are, and then I gotta play those rooms every time in order to get enough keys to continually open up these early 4 golden chests. So this is not one of those rooms. And the deal here is that I am strong enough to beat Blue Baby, but I would like to do it with a little more pizzazz. I think pizzazz is important. I should not have immediately gone for Sloth. It was just force of habit. He was the first thing there. Maybe you'll give me, like, lard or something. That would be neat, I guess. Or the heart. No, the eternal heart's fine. Not taking guillotine. There's always a double adversary room in places where I'm not great at destroying them. I can fight one just fine, but not two. Too much to keep track of. Okay, so here's where a key is, so that's good. And the reason you still want to try and undefined as much as possible is because it can also just take you to the secret rooms instead. So you want to get as many uses as possible to maximize your chance of getting I Am Error as often as you can. Ooh, okay, good. I'll remember that key place as well. Die so hard, thank you. I need you to stop jumping. I need you to knock that shit off. You're not a fucking monkey. And you don't own a trampoline. If you were a monkey that owned a trampoline, that would be a different story, but you've only got neither of those. And as such, I need you to not pretend to be any. Good hit. Oh well, I'm not in any danger of dying. Another key, good. It's good that we're getting key generation here. How did that hit me? You've got to be kidding me. That hit like my frickin' shadow that my spirit makes. That was 2 hits in a row. That was complete garbage. I really feel like my invincibility frame should be a lot longer. Just because of how big I am, I just can't dodge these guys like I normally would. Knock your shit off. Well, thanks for the quarter, I'll take it. But these keys are good. Gotta say. Alright, you'll die relatively quickly. Now, still remember that because we got Maggie's bow, and that's why I thought it was worth taking, Red Hearts heal for double the amount that they normally would. Oh, I know why we're so big. It's because frickin' Liberty Cap. God damn it, I want to get rid of that now. Die quickly and in large numbers. Bad trip is worth hanging on to. Come on, Undefined, I am Error. Why do you do this to me? I hate the cage, because every time he does that attack, those things frickin' seek me out somehow, no matter where I try to go. No, why would look at that? Frickin' snaking along. No, Cage, you fuck yourself. Right in the stitches or whatever you got going on there. But we're still running around here trying to make this work. Bad Trip is actually very comforting. Oh good, killing Famine here will get me a Spirit Heart. Thanks a ton. I'll just pick it up. I don't think it's gonna come down to me having picked it up earlier instead of waiting. And unfortunately, since there was no 48-hour energy pill in our rotation, and since Undefined just decided to be an asshole, we're just not gonna get to continue this charade, and I'm gonna have to fight the frickin' boss like normal. I seriously gained, like, almost nothing. Well, that's not, yeah. I mean, it is kind of true. Yeah, because I picked up Double Shot, and that was like the only thing that made, and it didn't even make a difference. But I guess we'll just do this now. Alright. But we should not be in any danger of actually losing, even if I were to take twice as much damage as I took on that greed fight room. Not... oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Do you just home in on my freaking asshole? Is that what happens right now? Yeah, that's right, you're dead. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which would be Sunburned Albino. You'll find that it has a ton of subscribers at the very high number of 46. Alright, still starting out, whatever. I'll see you guys next time, perhaps.